So first of all, let me start off. I'm actually wearing my Seiko Speed Timer, which is appropriate since I'm going to be talking about this new Omega Speedmaster, which everybody's going nuts over, and I'm including myself. I'm definitely someone who's was very excited when I first saw it revealed. True story. I was actually out. I was picking up some Italian food at this restaurant called Maggiano's that's around where I live, and I thought, there happens to be an Omega boutique right there. I wonder if I can go in and get a peek at the new Speedmaster. So I walk in, and the place is like packed. I've never seen the boutique. It's always like pretty much empty, but I typically go during the week. But this was a weekend, and the boutique was like packed. A lot of people, a lot of interest in that particular watch. So I go and ask, hey, can I try it on? Can I check it out? The rep comes back after about 5 minutes, and he pulls it out of the case, and they only have one of these, and it's just to try on only. They're not selling, though. They only had one allocated to that particular boutique, and it already been sold. They were taking wait lists on the leather strap one, and I believe the rubber strap one. They weren't even allowing you to put down a deposit for the version on the bracelet, because who knows when they're going to get it. Again, there's a lot of demand for this watch. So I got to try it on. This isn't the first Speedmaster that I've tried on. It's always been a watch that I've been interested in. It's always been a watch that I thought maybe one day I would probably get. I haven't quite pulled the trigger on one yet. It just hasn't been the right time. I try on the new one, and I have to admit, this thing is beautiful. I get it. I think Omega knocked it out of the park. It's absolutely beautiful. Super thin. The bracelet feels like it's priced just right. Yeah, it's an over $8,000 watch, but I do think that it's worth it. I think it's really nice, and it is a watch that it's definitely on my radar now. Again, this is going to be a short video. I'm just going to tell you about my feelings about it. The lacquer dial is what steals the show. It is what makes this watch special. The tiny little hint of red on the dial is just perfectly executed, and the black markers, the black hands. It is the watch that probably a lot of people have been waiting for, and including myself. There's always been something about the Speedmaster that I've liked, and I always thought that I would get one. I've always thought, it's a watch that's been out for like over 50 years, and I'm like in no rush to get one. Do I want this watch? Hell yeah, I want this watch. Am I going to buy this watch or try to get it as soon as I possibly can? No, I just don't have $8,000 to be honest. I'm going to be real with you. I don't have $8,000 to spend on it right now, and I was actually happy that I got to try it on, and it's certainly something I'm going to be looking for in the future. But I just know that in 1 or 2 years, they're going to be more readily available, or you'll be able to get them lightly pre-owned for maybe a couple grand less. Just like how I bought my green Seamaster at full retail. Now you can get them for about $1,000 off. So I'm assuming it'll be something like that. Might take a little longer than the green Seamaster, but because this watch is insanely beautiful, and I can understand if you're out there and you're thinking, should I spend the $8,000 on this watch? Is it worth it? I'm going to say, yeah, I think it's worth it. If you have the money and you really like the watch, I think it's stunning, and I think if you can see it in person, I would definitely recommend you see it in person, because it really is something to behold. I particularly love how thin it was. It just fits so nicely on wrist. This is the same for the regular Speedmaster Moonwatch. The black one wears very nicely on wrist, given that it's a manual wind caliber. It's not an automatic, which makes it nice and thin and nice and very easy to wear. It doesn't feel overly big on wrist. You think that I think it's technically a 42 millimeter watch. Doesn't feel that big at all. Another reason why I want to wait is there is a little bit of a purist that can appreciate the original black Speedmaster. I have a feeling, I have a hunch that a lot of people are going to be selling their black Speedmasters to try to get the white one. And what's that going to do to the price? It's probably going to bring the price down of the black Speedmaster. So I'm going to keep my eye out for a nice sapphire sandwich black Speedmaster. If I can get one at a good price, maybe $4 grand or so. But I certainly will be looking into getting one pre-owned, probably within the next 6 to 12 months. Hopefully, we'll see. No guarantees though. The temptation will be out there to pay over retail for this watch. I don't think it's worth what. I think it's worth $8,000. I think it's a fair price. I wouldn't recommend you go out and pay $10,000 for this thing or more because of its scarcity. Because in the very beginning, it's going to be very hard to get. Just be patient. If you be patient, I swear to God, within 6 months to a year, you'll probably be able to get one. But those are my thoughts on the watch. I think it's a stunning watch. The sheer fact that I know that I won't be able to get one immediately is actually a good thing, because I know that I'm not going to. I was actually tempted. I was like, I was tempted to put money down on the rubber strap one, but I didn't. You know, a gentleman actually did put a deposit down on one, like the guy that actually tried it on before I did. He put a deposit down on a rubber strap one, but it's beautiful. And I wish I had it, but what are you going to do? I can't have them all. Please consider liking and subscribing. It really helps the channel a lot. And I'll see you in the next one.